Okay, this is DT2510. It's Lab 1, and I'm going to go with the recommended procedures off the study guide that say measure your living room, your kitchen, your dining area if you have it, and draw an as-built of a floor plan. So you're going to do it on a B-size piece of paper. I'm going to suggest if you're going to start in AutoCAD and say start with the AutoCAD DWT, you're going to have to do a lot. You're going to have to, one, type units. Type units. Set this to architecture. You're going to have to type style. And you're going to have to create a text style to use that's going to be the right size and the right font for your drawing. And you're going to have to create a dimension style that's an appropriate scale for your drawing. Or you might be able to go over to Start and do Architectural Imperial. Now, if I take a look at this, and I'm going to do a page setup, I see that that's a D-size title block, and I'd be okay with that. So you need to make a drawing. So right off the bat, you're going to need a bunch of layers. You're going to have to go measure your room and put all of that here into AutoCAD. So what I've done, let me show you what your drawing should look like. So if I look at my desktop, I have a drawing, an as-built to get you started. So this is what I have in my house. I have a living room, I have a kitchen, and I have a front door, I have a French door in the back, and they're pretty small rooms. They're 12 feet by about 16. So you can see here some crazy numbers. This is what it takes to make your floor plan. So you're going to need this floor plan so that you can eventually make an elevation. Now here's a rough elevation, and I guess that shouldn't be there. Got my soffit and my roof here. My front windows, see I got 3 front windows here. I got 3 front windows here. I got my door, and I have my door. And you get that by projecting this information over. So you can see I projected that edge of that door, and it lines up. So then all you have to do is work with the elevation. Then when you're done, you just take that whole elevation and rotate it. Whoops. Rotate it. Negative 90. And that shows me the elevation. And I'm not doing the rest of the house. But you can see I have this section here. So I have that section mark. And I've drawn all my counters and my sink and all that stuff. And this here shows my wall cabinets, and this is my my base cabinets will be underneath the counter. So what I do with this, the same thing I did to create my elevation over there. So I have a cupboard. I take that information and I project it up. In there I have a cupboard. You can go online, you can get the standard cabinet sizes, or you can just measure the ones that you have in your kitchen. So I have all of this stuff. And I have these elevations, and that's what you're supposed to do. I didn't finish the living room over here where I'd project my coffee table and my TV and my desk. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take all of this and take it over to, where is that thing? So I got it. Okay, so I'm going to create a new architectural template from, where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Create a new drawing, and I'm going to go down here to model space. I'll paste my drawing. Now you can see my dimensions are all messed up. That's because I had a dimension style set up, and they are now pasted into a drawing that already has dimension styles. So my numbers are pretty big. So I'm going to fix that in a minute. So I'm going to go over here into my paper space, and I know this is paper space because I get my little icon right here. It shows me X and Y, and there's no model space. So to get the model space, you're going to type viewports, just a single viewport, and I'm going to draw one in there. So now this viewport really needs to go on a depth points layer because you don't want to see it, or you got to put it on a layer that's going to be not plottable. So it's like if I look at my depth point layers, and here it is, you can see that it's not plottable, and I can make any layer not plottable just by clicking this off over here. So I'm going to freeze my dimensions because they're a little obnoxious right now. So now I've got my floor plan in this viewport, and you can make this viewport bigger or smaller. While I'm inside this, if I double click inside, I'm in paper space, I can come down here and say maybe I want to make it 1/4 inch equals a foot, and that's a little small, so maybe I want to make 1/8 inch equals a foot. Nope, that makes it smaller, so obviously I need to do 1/2 inch equals a foot. And then on this viewport, you would put a note here in paper space that says what your dimensions are. So this is my first sheet. My second sheet might hit, this will show my text, my window notations, and you see it's a little messed up from my copy and paste into this architectural template. But this is what it takes to make an as-built of your drawing. So if you don't if you don't need like your dimensions on this sheet, you'll just go to the sheet. Oh, that's my current layer, so make that my current layer. And so I'll have a layout of my floor plan, and then I'll have another sheet showing my dimensions. So that should be enough to get you started for Lab 1.1.